Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Now with everything that's going on in the world at the moment, the worst thing we can actually do is probably stop doing our normal activity. So I was thinking, what better way to continue than with a Geeky Guy Comics weekly comic pulls video for week number 12. Now, first things first, if you're watching this video, then you found Geeky Guy Comics on YouTube, so I want to send out a massive congratulations for making such a quality choice. Make sure you hit that notification button so you are the first to know when a video drops, and secondly, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Now for me, week number 11 was actually a quiet one. I mean, I didn't really read or buy too many comics, which was actually quite a good thing because I was able to finally start catching up on Young Justice. And I have to say, seriously, how the hell did I not start this before? It's amazing. It's absolutely incredible. The amount of characters in there is just seriously so good. I'm on issue number 4 already and I'm absolutely loving it. Anyway, with that said, week number 12 looks pretty awesome, so without further ado, we might as well just dive straight in. So up first from DC, we have Batman 91. Now with everything that happened in the previous issue, to save Gotham City, it looks like Catwoman's going to have to commit probably one of the greatest heists in the city's history. She's got the likes of the Penguin, the Riddler, plus the master criminal called the Designer after her. I personally thought he died in Batman 90, it's clearly he didn't. So I mean, if that wasn't enough, then obviously one of the most dangerous people standing in her way is the actual person that she's trying to save, and that's Batman. Now that he's partnered up and he's got a new sidekick, Harley Quinn, it's going to be interesting to see what complications she actually causes, so make sure you purchase that this week and find out. Next up, again from DC, we have Deceased Unkillables number 2. So with the world ending around them, it's up to the likes of Red Hood, Batgirl and Commissioner Gordon, who end up taking shelter with a load of orphan children. Now the interesting thing is, are they going to be able to protect the kids from the impending hordes of infected zombies apocalypse that's happening in Gotham City and Bloodhaven at the moment? But the interesting thing is while all of this is happening, you've got the likes of Deathstroke, Vandal Savage and some of DC's worst villains actually battling out the apocalypse and acting as an anti-suicide squad. But there's a certain Wonder Woman that stands in their way, and she's not going to make it easy for them. So please stay tuned for the review of this comic. I will be posting it up over the next week or so. From DC Black Label and Hill House Comics this time around, we have Lola Woods number 4. I have to say, I've been seriously liking this comic so far. For me, it's not really like anything else that's out there at the moment, so it's good to actually sit down sometimes and read something different. With the main characters, Elle and Octavia's paths crossing in an unexpected and bizarre way. They distanced themselves in the last 2 comics, but they've actually come back together in this issue just in time to witness something truly horrendous. It's kind of like a mob of skinless men erupting from the actual fiery bottoms of their town. Shudder to think. Like seriously, what the fuck? You know what I just said? It's like something that's not out there at the moment. This is honestly nothing like there is out there at the moment. You're going to want to read this. This is just a quick side note that if you do like the content, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and also hit that notification button so you're one of the first people that knows when Geeky Guy Comics drops another video. Following on from DC Black Label, we have Hill House Comics, which is, I think it's Plunge number 2. So if you're a fan of ghost ships stranded at sea, Jaws-esque type of movies, then you're going to want to get your hands on this. It's basically after discovering the corpse upon the Shenik Atoll, the Arctic scientist Maura Lamb leads a team to hunt for the other castaways, while the Captain Gage Carpenter begins the exploration of the ghost ship Deleth, I think it's called. So basically there's things out there waiting for the search party in the mountains and in the caves, but they were once human, and I think it's actually quite clear to see that they're not quite human anymore. This is actually quite a good comic to read. It's quite scary, but it's really good. Hellerism number 4 is last on the list from DC, and it looks set to not disappoint. It's the final issue. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Lex Luthor has gathered a strike force of villains with the likes of Captain Cold, Oracle, Solomon Grundy, Black Manta, and also the one and only Lobo. Each and every one of them has been a recipient of Lex's dark gifts. But on the flip side, we've got the Batman Who Laughs, who has put his own army of infected heroes together. I think there's like 666 of them to be precise, and they've all been transformed into their worst selves. It's the final showdown between two of DC's most iconic villains, and whoever wins will actually finally probably take over the multiverse alongside Perpetua. Now, does Lex ascend? Does Batman Who Laughs finally remake the universe in his own image? Make sure you buy this, add this to your pull list, check it out, and let me know what you think. Now, rolling over into Marvel now, like a 3,000 ton tank, we have Iron Age 2020. As we know from Ironman 2020, if you've been reading it, the robot revolution is still raging on, but as the fighting escalates and the convictions and everything and all that are put to the test, you get to find out, is everyone actually committed to the cause? For me though, I have to say I'm actually quite looking forward to this one, especially as there's like some seriously good appearances from the like of Machine Man, Dr. Sapiro, and our Kemmer. I think that's the name. The cover looks great, and I'm sure you'll agree with me this. Up next, it's the Merc with the Mouth, everyone's favourite anti-superhero, the one and only Deadpool with issue number 4. And I have to say, this one looks so good. As he's now King Deadpool, it's up to him to kind of enter into a single combat to save the entire kingdom. If Deadpool became the king of the monsters when he killed the previous king, I'm kind of thinking that when he fights Kraven, and if Kraven wins and becomes king because he kills Deadpool, does he become king? I guess this is kind of a confusing thing that we're going to have to find out. From Marvel again, and this time it's a first edition called Outlaw number 1. Now this is the story carrying on straight from Incoming. If you haven't read it, make sure you do, as it's kind of all I can say is it's all kinds of awesome. It takes place in the wake of a devastating tragedy. The US passes a law that will shake the Marvel Universe to its core. You really ain't going to want to miss this one. Trust me. Geeky Guy Comics is putting out a trust me on this one. This is a comic you're definitely going to want to pick up. I think last we have the one and only Spider-Woman. Now she's been away for a while, but she's back with a vengeance. I'm a huge fan of Spider-Woman, so it's actually great to see Jessica Drew back in an explosive new series that pushes her to the new heights of action and adventure. For this one, there's some seriously amazing variants out. So post your comments in the comment sections below and let me know what ones you're going to get. I for one will be buying, I think it's the Mr. Garcin, the Art Germ, and the Yoon Classic ones. The colours on them are fantastic, the artwork, and they've done something seriously amazing for this comic. Now, as I mentioned, it's been a long video so far, and if you're still with me, thanks a lot, guys. Make sure you hit that notification button and subscribe, like, and share for all the best, seriously all the best comment regarding comics, Funko Pops, and anything you would like to see over on YouTube. Now, last but no means least, we have a few indie comics from the likes of Boom Studios. Firstly, we have Alienated number 2. So if you've been following it, at the end of issue 1 you would have seen that the three Sams met this adorable but he's clearly dangerous alien creature. Now we get to find out that they've called him Chip, but obviously the pressures of hiding an actual alien are mounting up, and they each begin to fantasize about how they can use Chip's strange powers to improve the world, starting with their current lives. For me, the artwork is quality throughout this comic and is something different to what is currently out there at the moment. So if this sounds like something you would be into, do yourself a favour, hit your local comic book store and pick this up. Now next is one of my favourite comics of 2020, and definitely one for the 80s kids among us. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 4. Now these comics, along with the story so far, have been absolutely freaking awesome. So I've been collecting all the different turtle variants, and so I'm going to get seriously excited every time an issue comes out, because I know how good they look when they're all going to be laid out in a line. But anyway, it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as you've never seen them before, and they're against Shredder. And I'll tell you what, if you read the last issue, you will know how exciting this is going to be. Seriously, two of the most iconic cartoons in the 80s, in the 90s when I was growing up. Guys, this is going to be great. Lastly, we have Wicked Things number 1. Now, I don't really know too much about this comic apart from the fact that it's about a 19-year-old girl called Charlotte Grote, I think, who is set to be, she's grown up and she wants to be like a real detective, but then all of a sudden she's framed for murder, and it kind of becomes a race against time to prove who did it, or she's going to face a lifetime in jail. And the fact is that could the future of the law enforcement be 5'2" with an extremely strong bangs game? And I've got to say, it kind of looks that way. Guys, that's it for now. It was a longish video. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. Hopefully there are some comics that I've mentioned that you will be buying tomorrow. Feel free to let me know in the comment section below. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the notification button. Check me out over on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe, like and share button, and tell your mum, your dad, your sister, your brother, your nan, the geezer that makes a banging kebab. Geeky Guy Comics is smashing up social, and I will see you later.